Hey, we're back, and thanks for watching. We really didn't have that much of a crazy week. I'm lying. I'm lying. So I'm going to do something a little different today because I have no idea what is coming out my mouth in the next 10 minutes, and I'm telling you that straight from my heart.
God.
But I'm going to let Frankie go ahead and get this started because my man got to jump back into his old stomping grounds. He was on set today in Brooklyn.
It was. I'm going to have to put my glasses on because it was a long day.
Yep, because it's long. He's got every excuse to
Listen,
not
I'm
look
old, man.
old.
I'm old.
Right?
That's the way it is.
You put your glasses on because you can't see.
I'm old. Normally I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, no, we got back to acting again since COVID struck. Haven't been acting, but our friend Glenn McBride got me into a film he's doing, and we had a very early morning. Had to be in Brooklyn by like 6:30 for an 8 o'clock call time. The name of his movie was called Love Update. It's a comedy, slash a kind of romantic thing. I played a bartender in it. I don't want to give too much away on Glenn.
Well, you were a good bartender? Did you spill shit?
No, I didn't spill anything. I think I did a good job.
You think you did?
I think I did.
Well,
you can ask Glenn.
I guess
Glenn will
that's
come
the
through.
acting that part that comes
But I
in.
met some really good people, man. I met a young lady today called Amanda Camille. She was on Undercover Boss. She's an excellent actress and is a beautiful singer. I talked to her. She's actually probably watching right now, and she's going to send us some info, and we're going to get her on.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, definitely.
What is she doing on Undercover Boss? Do you know?
We didn't really get too into it because when we
So you
started
didn't talk
talking,
that much.
when we started
So you just
talking,
said
it was
hello.
time to get back to
Right,
we didn't
right.
have no time for foolishness.
Yeah, you just said hello.
Another gentleman I met today, his name was Kyle Grant. Another amazing actor. I mean, everybody was just so great. It was such a good
cool.
time.
Is there a release date on this or anything?
I haven't heard
coming out
anything
and
yet.
stuff?
They're still kind of they're going to go to editing it now and get everything set. Glenn's going to let us know. I told Glenn and the director when they're ready to promote to come on. We'll have them on. They can promote the film when it's ready to go. So it was a good day. It was fun. It was a long day. I basically got up at 4:30, went to the shoot, came home, took a shower, and just came right here. So it's it was one of those days.
One of those days.
But listen, you got some news too. I believe you got handed a script. No?
Oh yeah, that happened.
You did.
It did happen.
Talk about it.
I received my first script that I'm going to be in a play. I don't know. You know me. I just got to do things right. I've got the lead role, and it's about the Vietnamese War and bringing the 2,500 orphans they brought back over to America to escape from what was going on. And there was a corporal that had a big part in that, and he's the gentleman that I'm portraying in this, and he helped bring all these kids over. And a lot of these kids now are about 50 years old or whatever, and they're still around. And some of them are coming to the play.
Wow.
There's another lady, she's in her 90s. I just got a little bit.
Wait, now this is a play, not a movie.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a play.
Oh, wow.
That we're doing. I wish it was a movie. But no, this is something I'm going to have to learn, get on stage and speak. This is April 24th at the Cradle Aviation Theater in Garden City.
Yep.
A little nervous.
Yeah, no, listen.
But I have not, in order not to scare the hell out of myself, I have not opened the page of that script yet.
You'll be fine. You treat it like when you do your acts, your magic. I'm telling you, you'll be
wing
fine.
That.
No, you don't win that. You know
So let me tell you how this is going to go. Talk about duos, right? I printed out my script. Then I printed out one for Frankie. Frankie's got my script. He probably looked at more of it than I did. But that's what's going on, man.
No,
That's it. That's just one. There's another charity I'm doing something for March 26th in Mineola. This organization, they deal with hospice, but they deal with the children of members who are ill. Right. So most things are geared towards the person who's ill. It's kind of like a Make-A-Wish Foundation, but it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation type thing for the living child. So we're doing a charity auction. Clark Gillies was supposed to be the live auctioneer for that event, and unfortunately, he passed away. But this is an event I'm doing. I got some of the information today. I'll post it after the show. Also, you can get more information on my website, and we'll post that toward the end of the show.
That's a great organization because I'll tell you, when my daughter's grandmother died, they took it really hard, and they went to a place somewhere. It was in Nesconset. where they were taught how to, handle and
cope
grieve
with
properly
it.
and cope with
Yeah.
everything. And it really, I mean, they're in their 20s now, but it really helped
Right.
them a lot
It's
because they were
unfortunate.
very close to their grandmother. Because unfortunately, both my parents had passed. My ex-wife's father had gone, so all they had left was their grandmother. So they took it really hard,
Really
and it
well.
was a great organization, and kind of helped them get through it. So
Yeah, these are some nice people that I met. I was put in touch with this from a local friend, another Central Islip connection, Stephen Blaisdell, a kid I played roller hockey with, and his dad was a referee, former cop, and it's again, that's our community. This is what our community does. We stick together, and we're constantly helping each other. So I've been at the clubhouse all week, even today. Can I tell you? Well, yesterday, my knee blew up so big, just from it. They're like it's 13-hour days, 12-hour days. It's crazy, but it's so much fun. Scott's the owner. His nephew came over from Germany. His name is Sasha. He shouldn't be watching because he should be working because we're open for another 50 minutes. So you better be working. You better not be watching. But he came over and he's an absolute delight. I cannot believe the help that he's given me. In just 2 days, he's learned just about everything on the upfront part of it. Now we're going to work on the back end part of it. He's here for a few months, but I have a lot of big opportunities coming up, and I need to not be at work for these, but I have to make sure that someone's there that can, hold down the fort.
that
while
says
I'm
a lot.
gone.
I mean, he's not there too long. He's picking
So
up on
yeah,
stuff
he
already,
picked up
so.
everything. So that's good. I'm really happy about that. We got a lot of things coming on over there. And next week they tell. So look how things have been going. Things have been going at the clubhouse this well that I needed a drink yesterday.
That's a big drink.
That's a big drink, right? So that was one. They didn't pay me, so I'm not saying their name. But that was one of the vendors that we have at the clubhouse. They dropped off a big bottle of wine for us, and my Lord, I wanted to dip into that about 2 o'clock. We were slammed from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. 12 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Before we opened the doors, we were booked up until 7 p.m. Unheard of. He's not playing with Etch-a-Sketch. It's like giving a new dog a bone or something. He can't figure it out. So he's distracting the hell out of me while he's playing with this instead of waiting for the commercial to do it.
Well, you told
but
me
anyway,
you wanted it on. I'm just trying to do what you say. I don't want to
anyway, let me tell you something. There's been a lot going on, and I find out that some people are taking my bad situation that I had and trying to use that against me. That is the stupidest thing you could do. Because if you don't know anything about me, I will open my mouth at any given moment, any given time. So if somebody says to you, Andrew said, you can bet 100% they are lying unless I told you. So it's going out there that, oh, Andrew's broke. What do you want to do with him? He's got no money. You're goddamn right, I had no money. I was broke. And guess what I did? I busted my ass. I found a job. I tweaked my magic. I got on top of my game. I studied my shit. I came out firing, and I'm knocking it out the box. That's what I did. I pick up a paycheck every Thursday. Every time I do a magic show, I pick up a day's worth of work in 1 hour. So, if anybody wants to say that this is what he's doing, they're lying. And if anyone wants to come at the truth, Andrew, Frank, you don't have the balls to speak to us in person, shut your damn mouth. Okay? That's my advice to you. I don't want to hear nothing of my name, Frank's name, about anybody. So picture this. Somebody gets arrested. Your boy gets arrested, but you're not with him. So he picks up the phone and says, hey, I just got arrested. You want to come sit in jail with me? That's the analogy I used. And I'm sure you know who it is. So with that, I'm going to show you. I can smile, I can have fun, but don't ever open your mouth and come at me or my boy. Ever. Okay? So we're going to take it to church right now. I'm going to close this, but I'm going to let you know, because the congregation says amen. Amen. Message is clear. Amen. We're going to take a commercial break, but we're going to leave you with this message from, you'll see.
After this, you're going to be all right. this. We gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live long.
And we are back. Wow. I didn't think that opening would get a reaction, but I've got text messages here. What happened? Corky, somebody spoke out of turn. That's all. They tried to use the fact that I was in a bad situation months ago to have other people hold me down. You can't hold me down. I am so determined and locked in on making it. It doesn't, hey, you got to take me off this earth to stop me. That's about it. But we're going to get ready and go to our first guest, on. Right? This guy, he's a native of Queens. He gained his notoriety for a film that many of us have watched.
A million times.
A million times over, right? We have Christopher Serrone with us today. And we're still waiting for Christopher Serrone.
Oh, wait. Something's happening.
It's like the Twilight Zone. And
there he is. What's up, Chris?
In the darkest spot of the house he could find, it's Christopher Scott Serrone.
Dude, I just put another lamp in here.
Well, buddy, that ain't working. How are you? Shadowboxing over there?
There he is.
Christopher, thanks for joining us, man. I really do appreciate it.
Is that any better?
Yeah, man, that's perfect.
Okay.
Chris, I wore my Mets gear, man. I know you're a big Met fan, too, so.
Yeah, not this year, mind you. It looks like we're not going to get a game in.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Oh, my.
I hope it's like the 93 season.
So, Chris, I want to jump right into this. You were in Goodfellas. What was it like working with a cast like that that you were working with there?
You know, to be honest, if I said it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, I'd be understating it. Really? It was incredible. You know, here I am. I almost quoted the movie. Here I am, this little kid. But no, seriously, here I am, this little kid, and I'm working with the giants in the business. You know, I'm watching a film being made, period, which is just really cool in and of itself. And then, you know, to see my parents' reaction to what I was doing, you know, I'll never forget that.
That's all. Now, you mentioned that you were, well, we all saw it. You were a little kid in that movie. And somewhere we read that because of your role in Goodfellas, you actually got picked on in school and bullied around because they thought you were this tough guy on TV, that, you know, you were going to do this tough guy thing in real life.
So, you know, I grew up in New York. I grew up in Queens. And when Goodfellas came out, I mean, I was 13 years old in high school. But, you know, unfortunately, some guys in the neighborhood and other neighborhoods wanted a little credit by, saying that they beat up the kid from, Goodfellas. So, I wish I could say that I won every fight, but I'd be lying. But I will tell you, I took a few lumps, but I gave a few in return.
That's unfortunate that you have to do that, just because you're doing something successful. We recently just took a couple of lumps too because we're doing something successful, but we get over it and keep going, right?
You know, uh, I just took it as part of the life. People can't handle. I'll say it how you put it. People can't handle other people's success,
Absolutely.
and I grew up in a household. Good for you, good for that guy. We never hated on anyone for their success. We just went out and tried to get our own.
Well, I think that's how everybody should live, but unfortunately, that's not how it is today. So, what else do you have going on? Have you done anything big recently? You have anything that you're working on?
Oh yeah. So like you hear from everybody, COVID threw a real monkey wrench into the works. It's unfortunate, but it happened. But I was fortunate in the sense that I managed to film two feature length full length films during the height of the pandemic. One I filmed in upstate New York, about 2.5 months worth of filming. My first sci-fi slash horror film. Uh, the guys that put it together, they're a bunch of AFI graduates, so they're like the whiz kids, the new Martin Scorsese's, the new Spike Lee's. I hope.
Yeah, you
Uh,
hope. Either
but
one's
I mean,
good.
the younger kids have picked up the gauntlet. So thank God for them. And mind you, thank God they want this old guy in the movies.
Well, we have some people in our circle, some young, talented people putting movies together. Frankie just worked with Glenn McBride today. He's one of them. Sarah Martin is another one that we have in our circle. She's flying all over, just putting stuff together. So, like you said, some of these young kids have it in them, and it's about to crack. And I just hope that we're around when it cracks, because we need them to make us look good.
Oh, amen. I got there's a great bunch of guys out of the UK. They're doing a documentary on me. They have a documentary series called Life After. They did Life After the Flash, Life After the Aviator. They just did one Life After Atreyu from the Neverending Story. Now they're doing Life After Goodfellas.
Excellent.
Chris, what I want to ask you too is like, first of all, how did you land? How did you land the role of young Henry Hill? Like, were you up against 100 other kids, or kind of like did you have an in? Like, how did that work?
And I had no win. Uh, just being honest, I wish I had an in. It would have made it a lot easier on me. No, believe it or not, I was a kid model back in the day. And so I'm in the city in Manhattan, and I'm, doing my little modeling whatnots. I go into my agent's office, and he's on the phone, tells me, sit down, wait a minute. So I do. And turns out he's talking to Ellen Lewis. And Ellen Lewis, at the time, was working underneath Juliet Taylor, who was the casting director for Goodfellas. And they're talking, as friends would, bitching about work, this and that. And she's like, I'm having a real problem. I'm doing great with everything, but I can't find this damn kid. And so he's like, well, what are you looking for? He has a modeling agency with a bunch of kids. So she gives him the character description, the character breakdown, and, his eyes just get bigger and bigger and wider and wider. And what's wrong with this guy? Why are you looking at me like that? And, well, what do I know? I mean, the guy's got big eyes and whatnot. I don't know. So he tells her, I think I'm looking at him. So, we get a fax with the lines to read and whatnot. It gives me an address. I hop on the train, get down there. Mind you, like 20 minutes go by. I literally had that much time to look at the lines they gave me. Get there. She's like, okay, I'm Ellen. Nice to meet you. Basically do your thing. So we do the scene once. She's like, okay, can we do it again? I said, yeah, I can do it again. So we do it again. And she's like, okay, well, thank you. We'll call you. I'm like, well, that's it. I don't know. You have to understand, this was my first audition for anything. I've only done modeling at this point. So I had no idea what to expect. And I'll be honest, it was a little anticlimactic.
Right.
I get there, I do my thing. She's like, thank you, we'll call you. In my world, thank you, we'll call you means, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. We won't call
Thanks,
you.
we won't call you. Right, exactly.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
So you had never auditioned for anything before, Chris. So you were just kind of up there being you.
Yep, I was just modeling, which, you don't necessarily audition for modeling. They, if the clothes fit you and you have the look they want, you get the job. So that's what I was doing. So I had nothing to go by. So my beeper goes off, showing my age.
Yeah, beeper.
Your beeper goes off.
It's my agent that I just left the office from. Again, I'm going to show my age. I find a payphone.
I don't think they exist anymore, Chris.
No, right? This actually took change. It's not like a credit card or, the app, Apple Pay, whatever. So call them up. Mind you, I'm expecting to get, hey, you fucked up, something. I'm sorry, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Do your thing, Chris.
Mind you, it just comes out natural sometimes. I got to be careful around my kids.
Thing, that's what it is.
My 6-year-old's going to leave go to school sounding like a sailor. So,
hey, wait, one sec. Anybody who had a beeper does not need to have a 6-year-old.
Oh, no.
Chris, I'm 56 years old and got a 10-year-old, so don't listen to him. So,
I'm 6-year-old now, mind you. My wife, I get Chris with the mouth. So, so I'm expecting to get tear the new one, but he's actually only has the line. He's like, Chris, they loved you. They want to have you come back. So I got what's called a callback. And then from that point, it was basically a process of elimination. You go back, thin the herd, you go back, thin the herd again. So it took about 8 months of thinning the herd. It was a big, fat herd. And it was New York, Chicago, and L.A., from what I understand. And I've heard numbers anywhere from 10 to 20,000 kids.
wow.
I mean, from what I've heard.
Right.
So me, my mom, and my dad, we go to church. It's Good Friday. And we get home, and the answering machine, the little light is, again, I'm showing my age. That answering machine, for you kids at home, look it up.
Google it.
Remember the little Cobra ones? It was
Yep.
black plastic and wood. Very, very modern for its time. Blinking, and it's my agent, and he's, can't even really make out what he's saying, but he's yelling and screaming, and I could tell he was jumping up and down just from I was on the message, and he basically said that we got it. So there we are, me, my mom, and dad on Good Friday. I remember I got to be honest, I got a little emotional. I was a young man, kind of cried a little. My mom cried a little.
I'd cry today if that happened to me. What, are you kidding me?
Dude, Marty, if you want to make me cry again, I'm waiting.
I'm good at that. I'll show you a trick. Bust your eyeballs out.
I'll be in The Irishman Part 3 or something, I don't know.
Now, speaking of that, like the first time on set, you're with Bobby D, you're with Ray Liotta, you're with Pesci, you're with Paul Sorvino. Like, what is that like at like 13 years old, man? Were you just like, were you blown away by it?
Did you even know who they were?
Well, and you're right. To a point, I didn't know who some of them were. I was introduced to Robert De Niro on film by my parents. Some of Ray, Joe Pesci, limitedly through what I could watch at my age. I saw a lot of shit I shouldn't have seen anyway.
We all have.
If they only knew what I really was watching too, my parents.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Up behind the curtain in the Blockbuster, Anyway, showing my age there again.
Only some people will get that, Chris.
Right.
I know. Mind you, anybody that does is a friend of mine because, come on.
Well, we're friends then.
We're friends, buddy. We're
You're my
friends.
age. You don't know what's behind that curtain. You're full of shit. So, God, my kids are going to see this one day and they're going to laugh. Mind you, I hope they laugh. They'll see a different side of their pop, that's for sure. No, but so it was pretty surreal. I mean, even if I didn't know the caliber of their talent, of their careers, it was still somewhat surreal to be standing next to someone that I just watched on film. I mean, it was still watching, in my eyes, a movie star, if you will, a celebrity, if you will. And mind you, they took me under their wings, too. I was referred to as the kid.
Yeah, of course. They want to take care of you. Was there any one of them that were instrumental in building your career further, or any one of them give you some helpful, tips, advice that you refer to still?
The one person that really, you could technically say that about everyone. I mean, the one thing I was a sponge. I took it all in. I asked as many questions. I mean, I probably got a little annoying, but I was interested. I mean, it intrigued me. I mean, I was, they say a kid in the candy store. Imagine a kid in the factory making the candy.
Right. That's amazing. That's a great analogy.
It's even more than in the candy store, but I'm actually watching the candy from A to B, the whole process.
Chris, did you get a chance to speak to Henry Hill at all? Were you, because I know Ray Liotta obviously talked to him to kind of get,
It was. Go ahead. I apologize.
No. I just, like I said, I know Ray Liotta. I've seen interviews where he spent time with him and he talked about stuff. Did you ever get to meet the real Henry Hill, or?
Several times, and then on the phone as well, and then later on in years through the power of social media. Facebook, through Facebook, Henry and I really got close. When I was a kid, he was already a grown man, mind you. The interactions on set were really limited to what was going on set, whether it be the particular scene, what I might have been doing, what I might have said, how I would have said it, right. Something along those lines.
Right, yeah. That's what I wanted to know, yeah.
And, with Facebook, you can be friends with somebody like that. And mind you, we already knew one another. And, Henry was funny. I was just watching a clip of him on Howard Stern the other day. And some guy named Paulie from the Mafia called up, and the banter between the two guys was incredible.
I remember listening to that on Stern when he made his appearance. Chris, we don't have too much time left. I just wanted, you got anything you want to plug, man? Anything you got going on, or?
Oh, I got a great horror film coming out. Mind you, it's my first one. It's called Pumpkinhole. It'll be out for Halloween next year. I'm in a great mob comedy called The Family's Feud. It's got everybody that's ever been in a mob film or mob series, all in one film. And I got the Life After Goodfellas documentary, plus a few things that we're talking about and whatnot. We may be throwing out the first pitch for the Mets.
There you go.
Lifelong dream. I got my dad's hat and his jersey that I had made up for him. That way, when I throw out that pitch, he's on the mound with me.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Chris, thank you so much for coming on. And when your movie drops, your new movie, please come back on and let's tell us all about it.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me. God bless.
Honor to have you on, man. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. We're going to take a commercial break. I'm going to answer my daughter, and we'll be back after this.
Hey, welcome back. How was
Yeah.
that, huh?
That was pretty cool.
I've watched that movie 1,000 times, man.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like so surreal just talking to him.
We
you
all
know?
watched it. I mean, but I like the behind the scenes stuff. I always do. Always like behind the scenes stuff. And just listening to him about the process of taking 8 months
Yeah, it was crazy.
just to find out you got the
And
role.
over like 20,000 kids.
That's crazy.
amazing. That says a lot about Chris and his acting, man.
Well, he wasn't an actor then.
Right? He was a model, and that's what's even more impressive.
So the funny things about it, I got into this model agency thing. The agency I got with got one chance. They sent me to New York City. I'm sitting in there in a room. All these people coming in. I'm filling out this paperwork. About 2 hours into it, I find out it's for hair. It's for hair.
That's great.
So here I was. Really? You think I'm going to sit here another 2 hours for you to tell me, oh, well, I don't think so? So, no, I said,
not right.
I'm done.
All right, well, let's switch gears here.
Yeah, do that.
All right, so our next guest is one of my favorites, man. He's a comedian, but I first knew Nick from, everybody else YouTube with his Tony Soprano impersonation. So everybody, Nicky Petito. What's up, Nick?
How's everybody doing? Thank you for having me,
man.
guys.
Thank you for
This
coming
show was
on,
great.
man. This is great. Honestly, it's like
this dude is
it's
smiling
Chris
so
and you.
big.
This is like my thing. So it's like
It's
it's awesome, man. I appreciate you coming on.
And check out the shirt he's got.
I know he's got his
Good
fella,
fellas.
and he's got his
Yeah,
Yankee hat on. You
Chris actually
bastard!
gave me this shirt.
Hey, but if you want to continue
gave
this
this
interview,
to
you got
me.
to take your hat off, man. It's rude to have that hat on.
I was just gonna say we got a Mets fan in the house.
We had
Long
Chris
Island
too. Chris is a
guys,
Met fan too.
guys
So
like all the teams that never win.
that's all right. That's what makes us good fans. See, you were live. Like you were born in what '94, so you've only known them winning. So
94. I graduated high school in 90. What the hell do you
He's
know
the same
about
age as my
baseball?
daughter. This bastard.
Jesus Christ, what do you know about baseball?
He's only ever known winning. That's it.
That's yeah.
Never been through the lean years.
Yeah.
I used to eat, breathe, and sleep baseball until I got into the acting and the.
Well, you know what? I was
comedy.
gonna touch on that because I seen you played baseball in high school. Your sophomore year, you left to be in
Yeah.
West Side Story, correct?
Yes, that's true. And,
What was the role you played?
That was probably the biggest mistake. Not mistake. Biggest choice I ever had to make.
Backpedal on
Yeah.
that.
I heard the beat be
definitely
going.
was a mistake. As much as I loved baseball, I just had a better communication with the actors in the play, and we kind of built like a bond over time. And I just loved falling in love with the method of acting and everything. And I'm obsessed with baseball still as far as watching it. Hopefully we have baseball
Hopefully,
this year.
yeah.
They
Don't look good right now,
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, but I'm very upset that the season was like not full blown last year, and then the year before that there pretty much was no season.
yeah,
So,
COVID
we're dying
put
to
a
see
monkey
baseball.
wrench in everything, man.
Everything.
Yeah, stinks.
So what have you been up to now recently?
So I've been performing all over Jersey since COVID. I really haven't been going into New York too much. I will be on Long Island soon doing a show with Dan Romano, and I've also been working on a screenplay, hip hop horror screenplay since 2014 that I'm finally about to get off the ground. And we've been doing table readings of the final drafts of the script, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well,
Just
if you saw Frankie dance hip hop, it would be a hip hop horror.
I want to see that.
So
I don't.
just ignore him.
I
So
don't.
getting back to hip hop horror.
know.
When you were 17, you did a movie called, it was a 40-minute movie called Halloween Obsession. What was that about, Nick?
So that was a Halloween fan film festival made film for HalloweenMovies.com. And after the deadline of the film, they ended up canceling the film festival after dozens of filmmakers already made their film, and nobody really got to do anything with it. So we had a screening. We went to some horror conventions like Chiller Theater and Monster Mania in New Jersey and sold DVD copies. And then we put it on YouTube, and over time it's gotten like this weird publicity for being such a horrible but hysterical fan-made film. Somebody recently made like a whole video breaking it down in the most hysterical way. He just roasts the entire film. It's so funny that people have the time to do that.
Hey, any publicity
I was
is
just
good
going to say
publicity.
that bad or
this
good.
is
It's
good.
good.
Yeah,
Put
I
your
love
name
it.
out
good.
there.
It's
So.
very flattering.
Yeah, exactly. If you're talking about me, that means you're thinking about me. So that's a good thing.
Exactly.
So
I'm
when you
always
were a
hearing
kid,
ringing
you
in my
started
ears.
your impersonations. Like, what was the first impersonation you ever did as a kid? And like, how old were you when you started doing them?
I was always doing voices when I was a kid. I probably can't do the people I was able to do when I was a kid. I used to be able to do a lot of cartoon characters. When I was a kid, I could do Eddie Murphy and Will Smith. Now I can't do them anymore. You
Voice
know what
changed,
I mean?
right?
Because I watched so many movies with them growing up. Robin Williams too. I'm trying to bring that impression back, but I don't like doing him too often just because of what happened with him and everything.
Well, I think you know what? I think you would be honoring him by doing it.
Oh yeah,
Because
Yeah.
every one of us, I just saw something posted maybe today or yesterday. It was like, treat everybody good because you never know what somebody else is going through. And it had his picture up there. So
I've seen that one exactly. That's such a great quote.
But we all love Robin Williams. I remember him from back in Mork and Mindy. So you have no idea what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
he has no clue.
You have no
Of
idea
course
what
I
I'm talking
do.
about.
What are you kidding me?
Nanu.
My thing with Robin Williams growing up was always Popeye.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
I always loved
Not a
Popeye.
very acclaimed movie. It wasn't one of Robin Williams' favorite movies either. I read that.
I know. As a kid, but like, who would have played a better Popeye than that?
Right.
He was perfect.
Right. Just one of the openings when he starts rolling, he turns his body into a little bat and just keeps rolling down. the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I could watch
Crazy
that.
moves he did.
I could watch that over and over again. I have.
Just a good old
I've
fun
watched it
movie.
too.
I have watched it. I have watched. So you're this actor, comedian. What do you like the best? Do you like doing your stand-up or you like bringing your comedy to your acting? Because I'm new at this. I'm learning. I already know where my niche is going to be.
I do comedy so often, and so I probably enjoy the acting.
Yeah,
more
you
maybe
seem
for
bored.
that
He's
reason.
like, I do comedy.
Well, you just did New Amsterdam, correct?
I just did New Amsterdam. That was my first network TV credit, which was nice to finally get out of the way and book.
What
I've done-
role did you have? Because that's one of my shows that I am a weekly watcher of.
Delivery person number one, not delivery guy number one. Delivery person number one. They didn't want to insult me and assume my gender.
Well, that's understandable. You can't assume. They say it makes an ass out of you and me.
It was fun though, it was a great episode too. It's nice to be a part of something so well written.
Yeah, that really is a good show. Being a fan of it, I can attest it's a good show. Do you have an idea? Did they tell you when it's airing, what episode number it is, or whatever?
Yeah, it already aired. I knew when I knew what episode number it was. I wasn't sure of the date until about a week or so after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's out now. It's season 4, episode 12, the crossover.
All right, good, because I watch everything on Hulu. I haven't had regular TV in 6 months. And
I haven't had regular TV in 6 years.
So, but there's good and bad to it. The good is you don't have to deal with any commercials. You deal with this. But the bad is
You don't have to turn the miserable news on.
well that's the thing I was just getting at.
Because it's all gloom and doom. How many people died today? Who got stabbed?
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I'd
Who
rather
got
watch
pushed
a
in the
movie
subway?
that-
At work, there was this thing on TV about what's going on in Bosnia. I said, what's going on in Bosnia? I had no idea. Like, people are blaming
I don't
prices.
care. I want to watch The Sopranos.
Yeah, I still don't know. I'm watching Law and Order. I fall asleep with Law and Order. Probably is about the 17th time I watched.
You wake up in the middle of that night in the night.
Started
with the-
again. It started again, and it fall back asleep.
So talking about The Sopranos, I tell him all the time. I discovered you before, we became Facebook friends or whatever.
He discovered
I
you.
saw you on YouTube, and my 2 favorite things was the Tony Soprano impersonations and the Danny Aiello thing you did with Spike Lee. Hysterical, bro. Like you have Danny's whole demeanor down
Are we ready for
to a
video?
T, man. It's insane.
He was my mom's favorite growing up to watch. So Brooklyn State of Mind, not too popular of a movie. I actually watched it the other night. One of my mom's favorite movies, always playing in the house, and he was always screaming in that movie. One night, my uncle fell asleep to the movie, and he woke up to Danny Aiello screaming. He's like, "Turn this thing off! All this guy does is scream."
We're going to actually play one of your videos right now. You might not be able to see it, but we can, and we're going to laugh.
All right.
So
we'll tell you which one it is.
We'll tell you which one it is.
Okay.
He talked to you, oh, poor you.
He made me feel like I'm mad.
You know, you asked me the other day what Arena's cousin has that you don't have. And I thought about it because it's a pretty good fucking question. And yeah, she's sexy enough even with the one pin gone, but that's not it. I could converse with her because she had something to say.
I am here. I have things to say.
Besides, bring the fucking chairs down here and sign a living trust. She's a grown fucking woman who's been kicked around, and she's been on her own, and she's had to fight and struggle.
I'm like me, is that it?
Huh?
Who the fuck wanted it like this? Who the fuck pissed and moaned at just the idea of me with a fucking real estate license?
If you would sit back for 20 fucking years and fiddle with the air conditioning and fucking bitch and complain and fucking bitch to me, to your priest, fuck it.
Wow.
That's one of my
Wow.
favorites.
You laid it down, huh?
I just watched that episode the other day, bro, and all I could think about was you doing it. It was
Oh, Lord.
hysterical, bro.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for playing that. I actually haven't watched that in a while.
He's cracking up.
I watch that shit all the
wasn't
time, Nick.
expecting
My
that
wife's
one.
like, aren't you done watching that? How many times are you going to watch this shit?
Yeah.
Whenever I'm playing a woman and the wig goes on, it seems to always take off.
I wasn't sure if that was you or it's the other guy that you do the videos with. He's the one, he played Syl, didn't the other guy? Your friend played Syl or something like that, right? In one of your
my
videos?
friend Anthony Arlotta, he's in the Navy. Shout out to him. We did that together one day. That's actually the only skit we ever did together.
That was good. I seen that one too. I know, you know.
It's funny, when we were shooting that, he couldn't say his lines, so I had to dub in his voice for him and do an impersonation of him.
The things that we do just to put out something funny. I can't tell you the things that I've done just to get a good 30-second TikTok video out. This is pretty silly
I can only
things.
imagine.
But, you know, it works because if it wasn't for TikTok's platform, I wouldn't have got this platform. So it all works. We actually have another clip for you. Do we have another one?
We might. I don't know if that one.
Did
We
you
were having
Spike
trouble. I
Lee?
sent it to Bobby. I don't know what the audio was messed up.
Did we
on.
get that one going, Bobby?
No, we weren't. It was the Spike Lee one, and you was Danny Aiello. For whatever reason, we couldn't get the clip to load, but.
You couldn't get the clip to load
No,
with your bare fucking hands.
You couldn't get the clip to load because you wouldn't send it in MP4 format so we could get it on easy. That's why.
Because the video editor is afraid to hit the button. Hit the button.
There you go. 250.
250.
He's got $500. He's a rich man. He's a rich fucking man. He's never gonna have any more trouble. Not Mookie. He's fucking rich.
Ew, you're not supposed to have us both laughing. One of us needs to talk. And he can't handle it.
I watched that 100 times. I'm still fucking
Mike's
laughing,
gonna
man.
be upset that he doesn't get this channel. He's gonna want to see this.
All right, we're done. Take care. Good night, everybody.
Wow.
It's been a long day,
It's
man.
so
Holy
much fun
shit.
to do.
Hey, you can't do this to me. You can't come in. You're lucky you're not here. I push your chair out of the way. I kick it out of the way till you go in the hallway. Taking time out. You gotta let us know when that shit's coming. Out of left field. So you have any impersonation that you used to do that you might be able to muster up?
That I might be able to muster up.
About your Ray Liotta. I love your Ray Liotta.
I'm not asking him. It's like your
All
personal
right.
show.
Don't listen
And
to
he
me.
wants
It's
a
you,
personal
not me.
show.
I want a personal show. I'm
Right.
selfish, Nick.
Hey, Robin Williams, did you hear about Chantix? No, I didn't hear about Chantix. I never had a cigarette in my life. When I died, there wasn't a Chantix.
I took Chantix. I took Chantix, and I gotta tell you, Dave LaPointe, Denise LaPointe, Gina, we were at my house downstairs. I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I came back in, and I was bugging. They were like, "Yeah, what happened?" I said, "I just saw a rabbit. I just saw it was like 3 foot." I swear, I was telling people I saw a 3-foot rabbit while I was outside in the car smoking. Man, I saw this thing the next day. It was a deer with 3 legs hopping in the woods. I wasn't totally bugging. But they swear to this day I was having Chantix. You know,
Chantix has side effects, Karen.
Ray Leone did it.
Yeah, no, screw that. I was not having side effects. I will swear to this day and every day while I'm still breathing that it was a three-legged deer and it was white.
You know, speaking of three-legged deers, did you know that Chantix replaced me with a turkey, Karen? You get it? Because they want you to quit cold turkey, Karen.
I flushed it down the toilet.
You know why Jeannie's husband couldn't quit smoking? Because he didn't try Chantix, Karen. That's why.
Remember that scene when she flushed all the coke down the toilet? I flushed it down the toilet. Karen, it's all we got.
$15,000 in Chantix, Karen. I needed that Chantix. That's not what we got.
Wow.
You totally took our show over. We've never lost control like this ever, Nick.
Totally
Ever.
took a left turn somewhere.
It took a hard left.
And I don't know where. But it did. It took a left. So, other than that other one you mentioned, you got any shows coming up?
Next show is going to be this Saturday at Goodfellas, coincidentally enough, in Garfield, New Jersey. And that's going to be at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Garfield, New Jersey. What day of the week is that?
This Saturday.
The reason why I ask is, like, I like to try to make it to things, and if you can make me laugh, like, yeah, I want to be there so you can make me laugh, so I can stand up and say, you stupid. You're so stupid. I want to be able to say, this guy is stupid. And then I want you to come to my wrestling event.
Critical review on my stand-up special. Stupid.
Stupid. Hey, I went to go get my license plate on my motorcycle. You stupid. But it was like USTPD, because I tried to disguise it because they don't let you do things like that. So when I told the lady what it was, they all busted out laughing. But then I said, you can't do that. It's my thing calling people stupid. Some people cry when I call them stupid. Well, then you're stupid. That's all I can say.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you're just stupid. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say, Frank.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I can't.
Max, you got anything to say?
I've never
I
lost
don't even
control.
want to open my mouth because if he says something else again, it gets me going. Listen, I'm funny too, and I don't appreciate you stepping on my show, making me laugh like that. That ain't right. But it was
Sorry,
funny.
I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. I know you only got 10 of them.
Frank's got 12. He knows what he is.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Dick. Before Gandolfini died, did you ever have any kind of interaction with him? Did he ever say, "Hey, that's cute," or "knock it off"? Or I made him laugh. Look at that.
You got everybody.
Hey, there you go.
That was the funniest thing he said all February.
Thank God, February's a short month.
Oh Lord.
I never met him. I didn't start doing it till a few years after he passed. But
Yeah,
if he did
smart guy.
meet me, he'd probably go,
Hey, why don't you knock that shit off?
You sounded just like him. Oh
I
my
love
God.
I sit there like a 5-year-old. My wife's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm giggling like a 5-year-old, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Most guys my age are watching porn. I'm watching Nicky Petito, impersonate Tony Soprano.
And his wife is watching porn.
No, she's going, I wish. I wish. And that would make things a little bit better, but I digress.
Oh Lord. Oh my God, Nicky, get off my show.
Nicky, if you ever find yourself out here, Andrew will pay for you to come out here. We'll get you an Uber. You got to come on the show, bro. Honestly, we would love to have you on, man.
Absolutely.
Listen,
Looks
I'm going to
like a
tell you
beautiful
something.
studio you got there.
I'm going to do something that we learned is a very, very bad mistake. I'm going to put 2 comedians on the show at the same time. If you can get here, I'm going to have Pat Marone here. I'm already done.
You know Pat?
That's my man.
See?
We love Pat. We had Pat Marone and Pernell Holloway on the show, and we lost control of everything.
Yeah,
it was like,
Pat's such a talented guy,
no,
man.
Pat's
awesome.
a great guy.
So that's what I want to do. If you can give us some time soon, You know, don't act like you're a rock star and we got to wait 6 months. You're not doing that much, let's face it. You're on YouTube. So get us some time. Come down. We got a train station right down the block.
I can't wait.
I'll pick you up and I'll buy you a pizza next door.
Hey, train station. You just said you were going to get me an Uber. Come on now.
See, this is what's been going on lately. People have been going
I said
by,
he was going to get you an Uber.
Wait, people have been going by what he says, so it doesn't account for me. I didn't say that. I said there's a train station about 100 yards down the block.
We'll pick you up from the train station.
I'm going to pass it in the Uber on the way there, right?
Yeah, but I would love to have you and Pat on. And I can tell you, I will apologize to Bobby before we start. I'll apologize to the sponsors because we won't take a commercial break. I'll roll the chair back and just watch.
It'll be a shit show. It'll be in its finest form.
Oh, my God. But listen, man, thank you very much.
Nicky, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
I really mean it.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you.
I hope you're okay that your picture's on the back of his bathroom door. Because this guy's he's a moron.
As long as it's not on the toilet paper.
Because his wife wouldn't let it. No, it's on the bathroom door behind his robe. So when she's not there, he just moves his robe and then he sees
He's got jokes. You want to take him on tour with you, Nick?
What are we touring? Queens? Queens, Jamaica, that is. Nicky, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you.
Nick, thanks again. Let's go, Max.
Thanks for coming on.
You've got any time.
We're not going to take a commercial break, but we are going to get ready.
Try to recover.
To wrap that up. That was hysterical.
Did I not tell you? Did he not?
No,
told you,
that's
man.
absolutely hysterical.
We had Chris, who was awesome, and then Nicky.
But
the two of them.
I am going to put a disclaimer out here because we like to let people watch our shows, especially future guests. If we ask you for a bio, send us a bio. We did a lot of research last second to get some of that stuff together. That was frank. I gave up because it makes we were just trying to make everybody look good. The videos are great. I love the video. I can't wait. And I got to tell you, we took a couple of extra minutes today because I want to let you know what's coming on next week. We have some announcements that are going to happen next week that we're not going to lead into. But Ray Cacavelli, it's probably the first time I ever said that name right.
I'm glad you did it because I was going to screw it up. So.
He's another fool.
He's hysterical.
He's hysterical.
I was actually talking to him this week. So
we're going to talk about mafia stuff, but it's going to be different than anything else because it's going to be real life mafia stuff. Real life people who lived the life of mafia back in the day. Real descendants of these people. Stories that have never been told outside of their homes before are going to be told here on The Truth with Andrew Washington and Frank Herrera next week. So please, if you're interested at all in any type of mob stuff, you need to tune in and watch this. 9 o'clock, same channel here, Strong Island Television. We're going to have Ray Cacavelli, and he's also bringing one of his other family members. And they're going to talk about the descent in the family, the embarrassment of the family. This is not going to be a show that glamorizes the mafia scene. This is going to be a show that tells you the real life story about family members of the mobsters. This is Andrew Washington.
I'm Frank Herrera.
We'd like to thank Max for finally showing up. Bobby,
welcome
thank
back,
you for
Max.
doing
We
what
missed
you do.
Thanks again, Nicky and
We
Chris.
are out of
here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
Peace.
See you next week.